Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel here at Rathbone Manor, where today I'm going to be taking a look at my new mouse. But before we actually look at the new mouse, let me explain to you what happened to the old mouse and why I purchased this one. So 10 years ago I purchased this Microsoft wireless mouse 5000 because I needed a large mouse. I have large hands and I needed a large mouse. And this one happened to fit the bill very nicely indeed. Previously I've been using a smaller mouse, most likely something about this sort of size. As you can see, it's a very small, very sort of low in this respect here. And the trouble I find with these smaller mice is I have to hold it like this. You have to hold like a claw grip on it. And basically it hurts my hand. It hurts in here, along there, and it takes several weeks, if not a month or so, to get it back to normal again. So I can't use a small mouse like this. And so it was 10 years ago, at Christmas time, more or less sort of this time of the year, we ordered this from Amazon. As you can see, it's a nice big mouse and I can hold it properly. As you can see there, look, there's no claw action going on here, and it's a nice comfortable mouse to use. But over the years, the buttons here have got a bit funny, this one especially, and the mouse wheel is nowhere near as good as it used to be. And I'm pretty sure that it used to have a ratcheting mechanism to it. You can see it's a wireless mouse. It comes with this little dongly type thing here. And one thing I do like about this mouse, it has its back and forward buttons on it. Now when I use any other mouse, I kind of miss that because I don't have it. It's very easy to click back a page or two, or you can go forward just as easily. And obviously you can click the mouse. But I say this one's the mouse wheel, click the mouse wheel. But this one, as I say, is not doing as well as it used to do. But then again, after 10 years of use, I'm not surprised it's gone. So I decided to have a look round, and I found this little fellow on Amazon. It's a Logitech MX Master, although the box says MX Master for Amazon. So whether this one was specially made for Amazon, I don't know, but I would imagine so. I mean, the box is very much different from the boxes seen in reviews that I've watched. This is a very small one. It doesn't open at the front, and I didn't think I had the little dongle with it, but it was wedged in just here. And it took me, would you believe, several minutes to work out where the thing was. I mean, talk about an ignoramus. But it did come with a little unifying dongle. It's a very small, it's a lot smaller than the Microsoft mouse I had there. And it's currently plugged into the back of my computer, so I can't really show it to you now because it'd mean fiddling around the back of the computer, pulling it out again. But when I saw this little fellow, I thought to myself, this mouse looks like it came from the USS Enterprise. I mean, just look at it. It's designed like a shuttle, one of the shuttles on the Enterprise. We've got some buttons on the bottom. We've got the on and off switch there. You've got the dark field emitter camera just there. And then we've got a little button to select the three different devices. Number 1 is my main computer. Number 2, I've had it connected up to my new Chromebook. Number 3, I haven't assigned anything to it yet. But if you look at the switches on this particular model compared with one of the original models that I was looking at reviews, you'll see there's an extra button around about here for the pairing. Now you just press and hold this button here. So things have changed a little bit. And what we've got here, we've got my favourite back and forward buttons. They're just here instead of one each side. I mean, when you hold the mouse, they are a little bit, you do have to change your hand a little bit, hand position a little bit. I've also got a horizontal scroll wheel just here, as well as the usual keys, which we have the left click, right click, and the wheel here, which is a little bit different from other mice I've used. It ratchets, you can roll it and it ratchets, which you can probably hear there, but if you give it a quick enough spin, it will actually go into freewheel mode like so. and then we can hear the mechanism there. But you can also release that mechanism by using this button just here. There we go, I think you heard that, and now the button will freewheel and keep going until we hit the button again. There we go. I quite like the ratcheting action on this, and I also like this to be able to scroll long pages very quickly. However, Mrs. Rathbone isn't all that keen on the ratcheting action, and she prefers to use it like thusly. There is also a third button. There's also another button just here. You might be able to hear that. You can use it under the thumb. That will bring up several different things on screen. If you press down and push the mouse forward, it brings up the Windows menu. I'll give you a demonstration of that right here. And by pressing it down, it brings up the timeline. So you can see, you know, scroll through the pages you've just been looking at through the day or whatever. Using the Logitech Options software, all of these buttons and keys are fully configurable, including this one here, all configurable. As I say, I quite like the way the mouse sits in the hand. It's not quite as wide as the Microsoft mouse. It does tend to fill your hand a little more across here, because this one has, as you can see, a little indent in here, and across here we have about 59mm, as opposed to, I think it was about 66mm or something across here on the Microsoft mouse. But so we've got my favourite buttons on there. Okay, so whilst filming this review, or whatever you like to call it, I've just noticed, because just here we have 3 LEDs that give you some idea of the battery life on the, because this is rechargeable. Just there, you recharge it with a micro USB there, the same as you can use with the older style phones. It's not Microsoft, it's not C. Let's see, they've just come on now for you. Just let them go. There we go. Now I've just discovered that by pushing this button down here, he said, and it's not working now. Why is it not working? Okay, that's interesting. Why were they doing it before then? Well, that is interesting. I'll tell you what, let's give it a moment or two and come back to it. Right then, so here we are a moment later. Now, I've just discovered, I'm pretty sure, pressing this button here brought up the light so you can see how much charge is in the thing. Let's have a look. There we go. I've just discovered that. Now we've got a full charge in this. You can also see the state of charge on the Options software too. But if you press it again, nothing happens. So you need to leave it a few moments to, yeah, so that's interesting. I didn't know that it did that. Very interesting. Now, how I've got this set up, I've got it connected to my main PC with the unifying dongle in the back there, so I can use it with the my main computer. But I've also got it paired up via Bluetooth, and that's number 2, setting number 2 under here. Just press this button, so it's number 1 is my main PC, number 2 is my Chromebook via Bluetooth, so you can use it straight away. So you can be doing something like on your main computer, and if you need to, you hit the button here and you're swapped over to the Chromebook. This one doesn't have the, I think it's just too old for the flow of the modern ones. I think the MX Master 3 has the flow where you can just push it between one computer and the next, but this one doesn't have that functionality. But it's still a very nice mouse. It's nice and large for me to get hold of. It does weigh a bit. I think it actually weighs more than yeah, it weighs more than the Microsoft mouse there. It's a nice solid mouse to get hold of. The build quality is very nice. Very nice mouse. I love all this stuff going on here. Look at this. The finishing there, look. That's very nice. I think it's also repeated around here. There we go, look. So it's repeated around this side as well. So it's all rubber coated around there. You got some little sliders here and here. All the switches are underneath, because this uses what they call dark field, so it should in theory be able to work on glass as well as like any sort of surface you want. And you've got a nice feel and click and feedback to the 2 buttons here. And I quite like the roller, although Mrs. Rathbone doesn't. And you also got the added advantage of the side roller here, so you can scroll sideways or swap between Chrome tabs And we've got the backwards and forwards, which I also like. That's another thing I like on a mouse. So when I use the mouse at work, it hasn't got these backwards and forward buttons on, so you've got to chase around the screen looking for the backwards and forwards buttons on screen, which to me is an absolute pain, but it's what you get used to. But yes, I really do quite like this mouse. And for me, it wouldn't look out of place on the bridge of the Enterprise, the 1701D here. It does look rather futuristic, I think. I quite like the design of it. I like the way it handles. It's quite a nice new mouse. As I say, I can't use a small mouse because it hurts me hand. Okay then everyone, so that's a look at my new mouse. As I say, we bought this one at more or less the same time of year, just after Christmas, as the old Microsoft mouse. So I'd say this has lasted us 10 years. And it's now just starting to go a bit funny, so hopefully we should get 10 years out of this, because it's rather nice build quality, and unlike the Microsoft one, you don't need to replace the batteries. You simply charge it. Oh, it's not switched on, but you simply charge it, and you can actually use it on the lead as well while you charge it. You can use it like a wired mouse. But yes, so far I'm very pleased with this little fellow indeed. I like it. I love the design. Don't look on this as a review, guys, because I don't. I'm just showing you some new kit here, because I mean the MX Master isn't the very latest MX Master mouse. I believe the very latest one is the MX3 with a few different functionalities to it. But as I say, I bought this one off Amazon, and it's nice large mouse for my large hands. And as I say, I don't get pain in my hand. I think it's round about here somewhere. I got the pain from doing this, you know, the old claw action on the little tiny mice, and it's not good. So yeah, what a nice mouse. Okay then everyone, so let me know what you think of this exceedingly futuristic mouse here. I do like it a lot. It's very comfortable to use, nice and easy to slide about. I say it's quite heavy, so you know, you can't accidentally knock it, and you've got all kinds of functionality you can program into the buttons if you want. So it's very good indeed, and I like it. Okay everyone, well thanks for popping over to Rathbone Manor once again. I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and yeah, let me know what you think of my new mouse then. Okay then guys, well I will catch you sometime in the very near future. I'll probably even show you my new Chromebook if you want. But yeah, what a nice mouse. I do like it a lot actually. So alright guys, thanks for popping over, and I'll catch you laters.